So what do we do now? First of all, let me just sort of get my ducks in a row. Would you agree that the PDP is in crisis, or do you think that's making a mountain out of a molehill?
Thank you very much, Yori. I suppose the best way to start is to say that those who deny what is before their nose cannot be expected to think up solutions to problems that they can even ill conceive or recognize. The PDP has been in opposition since 2015. And having not the responsibility to manage the complex issues in the country, except to provide alternative points of view as opposition, the minimum that you would have expected is that they would spend those times in quality repair of their processes. Incidentally, we're now at a point where we're looking to possibly go into another contest. And of course, we are in some sort of crisis. Would we be able to quickly step out of it and manage ourselves to the next level? That is the frustration, the agony, and the prayer of those that have been with PDP all the while. It is beyond annoying that simple processes of respecting commitment, of respecting the views of the other side, of listening with the intention to understand, and doing whatever needs to be done to bring the house together has taken flight. That's where they are.
What would you, I've heard you say before, and you've said it in quite a few places, that the presidential candidate of your party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, is a unifier. Okay, therefore, he has a lot of work to do. How tough do you think it is? Because you've just, spoken about some frustrations for any, serious-minded PDP member in terms of inclusiveness. Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of your party, as a unifier, do you think he has a fair shake, or is he really working against odds?
I've become a little bit interested in reviewing and examining what exactly we propose. If you want to run on a unifier mantra, the simple question you will ask is that should charity not begin at home? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if charity cannot begin at home, then people must naturally question and query what capacity we will have to unify a bigger problem. I am not by any stretch of imagination indicting the individual in the person of the presidential candidate. But I am putting it to all of us in PDP and the entire nation that posterity will be the firm judge that I spoke up when it became absolutely necessary. Let us start from the campaigns. At a point when I saw the way the campaign was going, I rushed to the only one meeting I had with Governor Nyesom Wike to beg him and situate properly these words. I said to him, "Sir, you can no longer be ignored because of what I see on the dashboard. You cannot ignore Atiku because of the long-standing play and the number of people that are with him. If both of you don't take it easy, you will polarize this party and possibly reduce the ability for it to take a contest that I consider to be a tough contest. Ask me, by what magic do you make commitment to sides and you don't keep it? By what magic do you treat the person that is aggrieved as though you are not even listening to what they're saying? By what decency do you commit to meetings and not show up? By what decency do you accept that abusing other members is the right way to resolve issues? So I'll just say, if they had better nip whatever it is that is upsetting them in the bud, because what is before Nigeria is a lot bigger than anybody else. Gone are the days when Nigeria has only one national party. The country now has 3 potential options they can choose. They can move and go to the ruling party because they are changing the character of their presidential candidate, and he will be given his own fresh canvas. We may get ourselves stuck with the anger that is in the land that is now propelling the other movement, which you all know what I'm talking about, the one being driven by the Labour Party. Shall a party that has been in charge of the country before for 16 beautiful years, having an opportunity to go contest another election, now begin to say that it is internal issues, the inability to listen to each other, the inability to respect people's hearts? They are doing it to everybody, they are doing it to me. And let me use your platform to truly apologize to the former governor of Ekiti State, because at one other program I had been very harsh on him, all in the bid to just get them to listen to themselves and talk. And Governor Ayefashe, everything considered, I apologize.
Okay.
Because I have now seen clearly that you cannot insist that only one side is wrong. And I put it to all of us firmly that all sides must de-escalate and now go and talk properly. The Nigerian nation is waiting, and we want to have a beautiful conversation around issues.
Indeed.
Sweeping things under the carpet, pretending as if we are ostriches, is not going to help us.
Well, as you said, yes, most people would agree with you, because people want to know exactly where they stand, and they look towards their leadership. You yourself are no stranger to, what shall we say, let me use the delicate word, the dynamics within the PDP. Even your contesting the primaries of your party is an indication of that. There were factions. In the end, the PDP, looked at the other faction and decided that that was the one they were going to recognize. So there's all of that kind of a thing, and I think it's part of what you're just saying, that everybody doesn't get a fair shake. Are you concerned that frustrations like you are describing, if they are sufficiently widespread within the PDP, could actually damage it in terms of its quest in 2023? Take Governor Autumn, for instance. As you know, people have been meeting him, and he has said, yeah, he has a right to meet with anybody. In fact, he has a duty to meet with everybody. People are concerned that might alliances injurious to the PDP not be formed. Others are saying, nah, it's not as bad as that. Give me your view of how this thing is going, perhaps because of the points that you have just made, that people are not getting joy in terms of dialogue.
Now, Yori, let me say even better than you have asked it. Shall a political party that has about 13 governors be going into a contest with a political party that has about 20-something governors, where a lot of people bought forms to contest for the presidency in the APC? One person got the ticket, Ashwaji Bola Tinubu. Have you seen any one of their presidential candidates demonstrate public frustration and irritation to the extent that you think they are polarizing? They would have wanted to pick a vice presidential candidate. A lot of people would have been interested. One person has been picked. Conversations have gone around it. Have you seen them staying on that conversation around why not this, why not that? Have you seen them assuming that an election that has not been casted, they have won? Have you seen them refusing to go bend backward over to go visit people? I tell you, my dear friend, none of the Judas, maybe with the exception of the likes of Governor Wee, who has never left the party, dare look at me and think they have bigger vestations in this party. We have been here all the while, holding the battle, propping them, lifting them, leaving them to go and come and supporting them. Maybe perhaps that's why they don't understand why we will not expect them to waste time now in trying to make the house come together. Any political party that thinks that the 2023 election is a simple election is in self-grandiose denial. Anybody that has the confidence of a dog must understand that at the production of this first stick, a barking dog would get out of the space and become a coward. The 2023 election is not won. It has not even been done. And it has not been won. And nobody must pretend as if they are a president in waiting just yet.